How we long, how we long, how we long for this to change. And how most of us, most of the time, I would say, have lost the view that it even can change. Most of us humans are sitting here in our lives, believing that this current paradigm is just unfolding and it's going to just get worse, and certainly not turn into a miracle. Certainly not completely shift into something new. And what if that's possible? Like really possible, not just a vision that I had, or that you have, or that you hold dear in your heart, that I saw once but lost hope about, and now I keep it at bay because I don't want to feel more disappointment. Well, this is the time. This is such a time. This is such a time. Y'all, so I'm on a journey, and I find myself unexpectedly pretty close to Washington, D.C. And I had no idea that this river here was so stunningly gorgeous and powerful and beautiful, and I've never seen it like this or experienced it like this. And so in exploring this area today, beautifully taking my shoes off, walking across these rocks and into this vivid, jagged nature and this beautiful fall season, and sitting on this profound... You guys, I'm good at finding spots, and I found this spot. I found this spot at the top of a rock that was perfectly fit to my body to sit there cross-legged. And I did energy work with you, and here we are doing energy work together. And I called on the river, I spoke to the river, I just felt the river and just took in its beauty. And I connected to you, and I brought you in, and your magic in. And I prayed, and I blessed, and I felt the river and how it flows into that particular area of our world that's pretty highly charged and pretty symbolic, yeah, of how things presently are. Getting attacked by mosquitoes, but this transmission is worth it. Should be blessed that it's warm enough to be bit by mosquitoes still. And what did I find in my prayer, in my intention, in my sitting with, was something that surprised me. And it was joy. Joy isn't quite the right word. It was ridiculousness. It's like the vision I was getting was oh gosh, like politicians in their world, and me in my world, and us in our world, in our lifetimes, and suddenly this sense of opening up into, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. In a joyful way, in the most silly, like, what have we been doing? I'm not fully channeling it right now, but this sense of ridiculousness. This has been ridiculous. And then I just saw the entire, like, you know, I don't know, governmental buildings of people just breaking into laughter at how silly it all was, and having the space, the circumstances unfold that silliness can happen. Like, wait a minute, you guys, wait a minute. And of course, that's not the only, it's not like one solution to anything. But isn't that a fun energy? Isn't that a fun energy to tap into? Ridiculousness. And myself, I am ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The seriousness is ridiculous. And it's sacred. And can it be both? Can it be both? I posit that this energetic paradigm shift that we are participating in, we can help, and you matter. You and I matter. And it's easy to forget. It's easy to not understand or know that, or not to see it, not to feel it, not to have reflections of that in my life. But do you ever have a moment where someone sees you or says something and it's like, yeah, that's right. And I'm tapped back into the magical dimension frequency where matter and reality is malleable. And we can laugh at the malleability and the ridiculousness of it. And through our enjoyment of it, our allowance of it, our enjoyment of what is, with our breath, doesn't it transform? Doesn't it transform not just for you and me, but for it? This is the time when the it is transforming. What are the next 10 years going to be like? When you and I get together like we are right now and amplify what you and I carry and have carried for lifetimes through generations, the flame of remembrance passed down, forgotten in the tiniest little seed chamber within my energetic body. And it's there in every single human. And what happens when you and I begin to amplify that seed in each other? And we start to open. That light starts to shine, baby. And maybe it can be a little bit ridiculous. Y'all might know, or not, but on November 2nd, I will be hosting and offering a free live meditation that is worldwide for humans, you and I, doing this, amplifying our energy and specifically connecting with trees. And so I hope that you will register and I get to see you there. It's going to be really special, a one-time event. So register below